How's it going? It's me, Lavere. How's it going? I'm cooking out right now. Some nice juicy burgers. It looks good. Nice and crispy. Woo-wee.
The parking lot. They say an armed bystander.
That's so cool. Sit down. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Live Air Mordred. I'm sorry I haven't talked to you guys for a while. I've been uber busy recently. I've been working non-stop 7 days a week at my job because I want to get the much overtime I can. I'm kind of pissed off at this adpocalypse that those hamburgers me cooking what happened about a week ago. And I just been let you know, guys, I'm still alive. I'm still great. I should just keep, to be honest with you, I should keep up more on more of my videos, but something has been bugging me. I know I've been throwing a lot of shade towards the far left and bashing on the Democrats and the Dems and the libtards and the morons. I know I do that, but I have concerning about the other side. My side, well, I'm more of a libertarian. I'm kind of like the black sheep of conservatism, you know what I'm saying? We want something like, hey, we want more freedom, we hate the far left, but hey, we want to keep our guns and keep our pot. There's something that has came across recently, and it kind of makes me kind of mad. CNN's known for fake news. We all know that. We all pointed out there's plenty of evidence saying that CNN and these major corporations are fake news, and they like to twist the truth around just to play dirty games. And when we pointed out to them, basically, they make themselves look bad, and also everybody makes everybody else look bad also, who runs that network. And the worst part is, the right is no different sometimes. Usually, I will say, I'm not a big fan of Fox News, because they're known for being a little bit hyperbolic, but Carl Tuckerson's one of my favorite journalists over there. He's actually pretty good. But, in independent media, it's no different. Of course, Mrs. Kaitlin Bennett, the gun state gun girl, fantastic. I do watch a lot of her videos, and she debates people right on the streets, especially college campuses, against young, ignorant, liberal college students who are kids who cannot make a debate. There's something about her opinion about pro-choice versus pro-life I simply disagree with. And, of course, I'm a libertarian, I'm more pro-choice, that's my viewpoints. I'm against Planned Parenthood because it drains a lot of tax money out of, our wallets, and I think it's a dumb idea. And I think that the free market should play a role in this instead of the government. That's just my opinion. I think Obamacare was a disaster. Why repeat that again? That's what I'm saying. But I tried to message her saying, hey, I'm pro-Trump, pro-wall, libertarian, pro-gun, pro-pot, but I simply disagree with your viewpoint on pro-choice. I want you to try to change my mind. I got a response back, well, something like this. And I responded back to her saying, well, obviously you're too scared to debate me. She is. It's quite easy to pick fights and pick, debates between dumb liberal morons who just run their mouth, who go to college, who are young and don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's easy to pick debates with them, especially you can just edit out the conversation. I wanted a live video debate with you, but you're too scared to debate me. Okay, then. It shows me how much a coward you are. But I came across with this new video from Liberty Hangout, which asked a loaded question to Buttigieg, what the hell his fucking name is, that little idiot that is running for president, that the guy who's a Democrat who is gay, who's running for president, husband, a loaded question. But before we get to that, look at these screenshots of my conversation with Liberty Hangout. And I sit there and said, right here, I said, Kaitlin Bennett, I like a lot of your videos, and I like what you do and stuff like that, and I think it's quite interesting. And I simply said, I like a lot of your stuff, but I disagree with one point of yours, is pro-choice versus pro-life. And I simply said, I'd like you to please change my mind. But, it just seems kind of cowardly that you're going to avoid a debate with me. But it's so easy to debate ignorant moron liberals on college campuses who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah, so you're not going to debate a real libertarian because, you're scared. I said, I'd like to wish a debate, and please answer me back. You don't deserve her time. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you're scared. So you're scared. And look, if you don't want to debate me, that's fine. You could have said it, you could have said it more, I would say more politely. I wouldn't care. But if you're going to act like this, oh, okay, child. You're way out of your league here. And it's sad. It's pretty sad. But also, I kind of fell for it. I kind of fall for this fact that I thought you were this person who was trying to change people's minds and trying to discuss people's your viewpoints and trying to change people's minds on the streets. But clearly, that's not the case. You're a fake. It doesn't surprise me. Also, I kind of laughed it off and thought it was pretty funny. But recently, I came across with a video that she made that was a bit of a loaded question. Let me show you. Okay, this is her recent video recently, and she does a huge, hyperbolic kind of form of question, and the word love means a lot of things. Of course, I'm going to sit there and explain to you the word love means a whole lot of different things. Like, I like Jinx, man. I love him, man. He's a great guy. I love my mom. There's a lot of people I love. If I have a cousin that I love. Am I sexually attracted to a person just because I'm in love with them? The answer is no. Okay? In many ways, I still love my ex-wife. And does it make me... Just because I love somebody doesn't make me sexually attracted to them? It's a bit of a loaded question. Because love means so many different things. You can love your kids. Does it mean you're sexually attracted to your kids? No, that's pretty fucking sick and horrible. But there's a lot of loaded questions here that mean so many different things. Let's get to this right here. And this is why I hate about fake news, especially that is on the right. And I hate the authoritarian left. I despise the authoritarian left because they're full of shit. And I mostly make videos bashing on the authoritarian left because they're a bunch of hypocrites. And I see them more as a threat towards my democracy. But faking news like this makes conservatives and libertarians make us look bad. So let's get to this video.
We're here in Des Moines, Iowa, where this weekend is going to be filled with gay pride events every day. What makes Iowa's pride event special is that it's...
Okay, that's the one thing I just don't get. I'm bisexual. I will admit that I had a few relationships before in the past with the same sex. I never really get into it. I never really get the whole point of the gay pride parade too much. I mean, I understand a one-day event, that's cool, that's fine. And I always made a joke saying the pride parade is not the pride parade, it's actually the get laid parade because everybody gets laid. Regardless if you're gay, straight, or whatever. And I think it's kind of fucking hilarious that in Brooklyn, New York, I think it's hilarious that they're actually having a straight parade just for shits and giggles. And I would go to a straight parade. Yeah, totally. It's a troll, it's a joke. And they're actually having the actual event. It's just like Hakistan all over again. And all these lib morons, these SJWs are getting overly offended by a joke and crying about it. It's like, really? If you're offended, that's the whole point. They're trying to make you offended because it's funny. You're sticking in mud. But let's go on to this shit.
Littered with Democratic candidates, which gives us the perfect opportunity to ask them if they believe if love has an age. We are going to go talk right now to Pete Buttigieg's husband, Chasten.
Kaitlin. Okay, your father loves you, right? It's a loaded question. Love has an age. It doesn't. Okay, your father doesn't want to have sex with you. That's creepy. I mean, love means so many different things. You know that song, Love is what I got. Remember that from Sublime. Doesn't mean they want to screw you. It's not talking about making love. But of course, that's... If you have a dirty mind, think about it. Okay, then. Let's do this.
We're going to see what he has to say, and if he will specifically denounce any type of ideas that love has no age, because it's pretty gross. About this, and I really think it's important for us to know. Do you believe that there is no age when it comes to love? I've seen so many people talk about it, but like not publicly. A lot of candidates have it. What do you think?
Oh, it's interesting. I'm going to spend some time with that. That'll be an interesting one for a long car ride.
Okay, yeah, well...
Actually, it was a pretty good question, because to be honest with you, I would think about it myself, because if it's the media, any kind of form of media, I don't give a care what kind of form of media it is, I would be hesitant to ask questions, because the situation between Trump, mainstream media likes to make Trump look bad. They would ask a question, like recently, when Trump went to London, England, and they mentioned about somebody in the royal family saying something, and Trump said, oh, that's pretty disgusting. And the media blows it out of proportion, saying that, oh, Trump is calling, one of the people in the royal family disgusting. And this takes stuff out of context on purpose. And the worst part is, Kaitlin Bennett, right here, and I watched a lot of her stuff, is doing the exact same shit right here. Right here. And it amazes me that she's doing the exact same thing that CNN's doing. This is why people don't trust CNN, because of this kind of stuff. Okay? Why? Don't. Be honest with your journalism. Yes, I'm somewhat biased. Yes, I don't like the Dems. Yes, I think the progressives are a bit of nut bars. And I'm more of an anarchap. You know what I'm saying? I'm more about the free market. But this right here, Kaitlin. Really? Really? Like I said, you can love your kids, you can love your mom, you can love your dad, you can love your best friend. Doesn't mean you love them sexually. Oh my God.
So we really didn't get a precise answer from Chasten today. But what really bothers me is that he couldn't just come out and say, yes, love does have an age. 60-year-olds shouldn't be dating 7-year-olds.
Kaitlin, that's common sense. That's why we have laws. That's why it's against the law to have, if somebody who's 29 years old or 26 years old dating somebody who's 16 years old, that's completely wrong. We know that's fucking common sense. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make a loaded question off of it. And if you meant by love as in the situation of like sexual, I think anybody who's mentally stable, except for like the fucking Pizzagate Democrats, those idiots who are secretly pedophiles, who are fucking disgusting. Those bastards are pedophiles, and I think they're horrible. And I hate the pop culture trying to sexualize kids, especially that Desmond drag kid. I think that's horrible. Why you would let your kid dress doing dress and drags and bars that should be somebody who should be 21 years old, or that kid should not be there. That's a whole nother video. But still, that was a loaded question. That was still a loaded question, because love means so many different things. I love a lot of people. Not in a gay way. Not in a way it's sexual. But that's a loaded question. And he's going around asking these kind of questions. Kaitlin, you know why they call CNN and the mainstream media that's far left fake news? Because they're dishonest, and you're doing the exact same shit.
I don't know what he's going to be thinking about in that car ride he said he's going to have to use to think about this issue is pretty common sense. There is
No. He again, it's common sense to think about the loaded question. If somebody asked me the same kind of question, I would have said it differently to the point. I mean, I would have said it differently and said, well, does love have an age? I'm like, well, if you're talking, it depends on love. What do you mean by love? I mean, you could just, because you have to watch what you say when you're around in front of media, because they can cut stuff out of context and make you look bad. You have to realize that, right, Kaitlin? That's what happened with Trump. That's why people go around saying Trump's racist, and because they took a few quotes out of context. But okay.
age limit when it comes to love, because usually it's not love, it's predatory. Do you know who Pete Buttigieg is running for president? He's the first gay person to run for president.
No, I never heard of that guy.
Okay, so he's the first gay guy to run for president, and I just spoke with his husband that's kind of campaigning with him. I asked him if love has an age, and he said he would have to think about that.
Oh no, that's weird. What you mean?
Okay, this person doesn't know anything about I won't call him Buttigieg. I don't like Buttigieg because he's very anti-gun. He's an idiot. I don't like his policies. I think he's completely retarded. I don't know why he's running. Personally, he's terrible as a candidate. I don't give a crap if he's gay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, whoop-de-doo. But this guy doesn't know about him. You're asking about somebody that you don't know. If I don't know somebody, I'm only going to take what the person who had the microphone was saying, how the person is. I bet this guy right here, he goes up to his guys and be like, "Hey, what up, man? Love you, bro." Doesn't mean it's gay.
Like who he loves, like on some type of.
Do you think someone whose husband is running for president should have to think about if there's age factors when it comes to love?
I feel like you should look at people your own age. That's how I look at it. If you're 40, what can?
I do agree with on that. I tend, if I ever date somebody, I tend to date somebody my age. I'm 29 years old, about to be 30, and I'm talking to somebody who's like 33. And, hey, I'm in, you know what I'm saying? Also, that's the thing is, with the whole age thing, it's a bit kind of a gray area, because I know people who've dated somebody who they were like 19 years old at the time, and they were dating somebody who was close to 18, 17, so it's a bit of a gray area. And I know somebody I know of who got in trouble. He was 18 years old, and he was dating a 17-year-old, and he got in trouble for that. And that's a bit of a gray area, because that's only a year difference. But yet, somebody like me can date somebody a year younger than me. It's a bit of a gray area. And that's the one thing I simply just don't get in society. I think it's kind of horrible and disgusting. You can marry somebody real young who's 13 years old, and you could be 40 fucking years old, and that's fucking disgusting. You can marry them, but yet, somebody who's 18 years old dating a 17-year-old, oh, we can't have that in society. What the fuck? That's one thing I just don't get.
A 20-year-old teach you? If you're 40, what can a 10-year-old teach you? So those type of situations, I think, to each his own, but nah.
Are you more liberal or conservative when you think about your politics?
I'm about peace and love. I'm not really a political
guy.
But
I'm there with
him.
I'm there with him.
40-year-olds and sick.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So are you?
That's a libertarian. That's a libertarian there. Sooner or later, he's gonna be libertarian. I know it. Shit. Oh. What the?
Definitely not gonna vote for this guy. Then
well, I actually do not vote.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually do not even vote. So.
Okay.
Why not?
But I encourage everyone to vote if that's what you choose to do. But I don't. So.
Okay.
It's not even in my worry bracket. But
I'd be worried if someone doesn't think love has an age.
I feel like does he has a crime record?
You're misleading the person.
I don't know.
You should pull his record, see what that is, because you never know. There's some, like Harvey Weinstein, look at that guy. He's walking the streets, and we all know what he does, and there's plenty other people in that situation that are in political power that with money, they walk free. So that's all I gotta say, But if he never been charged or nothing, I don't judge nobody, but you shouldn't be a prime example in the eye of the people.
Okay, so love does have an age.
Oh yeah, love has an age.
You're misleading this person.
if you're 6, you should like little 6-year-olds, And if you're 18, same thing, 18 and 40, and all that, stay in your bracket. You go
stay in your lane.
You're not gonna learn nothing.
Okay.
You're getting held back.
It's pretty gross too, right? It's kind of illegal.
Yeah, it's not illegal everywhere. America's excuse my French, a messed up place. There's a lot of, look it up. There's a lot of states where they're allowing underage marriages in America, places we live in right now.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's up. Okay. So it's not just him, it's our old country. The whole system is broken.
I just spoke to Mayor Buttigieg's husband. So Mayor, do you know who Pete Buttigieg is? He's running for president.
Yes.
Okay, he's the first openly gay person to run for president.
Yes.
I just talked to his husband here in Des Moines. I asked him if he thought love had an age, if he would say yes or no, does love have an age? And he would not answer.
Okay, again, it's a loaded question that can mean several different things. Okay, I love my best friend. I love my toast. I love my video games. There's a lot of things I love. I love my band t-shirts. I love my tattoos. I love my tattoo artist. Do I want to put my dick in it? Into my PlayStation because I love it that much? No! Okay, just because I love something or somebody doesn't mean I have a sexual attraction to it. This is why I hate about this loaded question. I understand that there's some kind of weird, because we learned from Pizzagate. There is the hierarchy of Democrats. There's pedophiles. I will say that the whole Pizzagate thing, minus the pizza place, because to be honest with you, that right there, that wasn't even real. But the whole Pizzagate such but that's the emails. Yes, there is pedophiles who used to work for the Clintons. And they and even the pizza owner, after about I think 3 or 4 years ago, got arrested after that for child pornography. I will give you that. But Pete, what the hell his name is? We don't have evidence saying that he's a pedophile. So why the fuck are you going around asking these kind of questions to him that are loaded questions? That you could just edit out of context.
He said he had to think about it. What do you think about that?
Does love have an age? Absolutely not.
It doesn't have an age.
No.
Okay.
Love is love.
Okay.
If you're compatible with another person, no matter their skin color, their gender, if you're love and you're happy, that's all that matters.
Is there anywhere that you draw the line?
No.
6 and 70?
I'm sorry, 6? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a line.
Okay, so you would agree that love does have an age?
Yeah, I would say, Kaitlin, everybody would agree with you. Pedophilia is fucking disgusting. I think everybody would agree with you. But that was a loaded question that you gave to his husband. I mean, I love pizza. Doesn't mean I want to rub my genitals on it. I love beer. Doesn't mean I want to screw it. Kaitlin, I have a question. I mean, you love your guns. I'm pro-gun. I love guns. I'm a gun fanatic. I'm a gun nut. I'm a libertarian. You love guns. So do you want to screw around with guns? Do you want to mess around with guns, Kaitlin? I don't want to screw with my guns like that. That's just weird. I mean, I love my mom. I love my dad. I love my best friends. Does it mean I'm sexually attracted to them? The answer is no. It's a loaded question. I got what that old lady said, and I agree with her on that. But there's a difference between love and sexual romance love. There's a complete difference to that. But no, clearly you don't understand that at all. My phone's acting weird.
Well, if you're talking 6, yes.
18 and 85?
18 is an legal adult, so yes.
Are we going off of the laws here, or your morality and what you think is ethical?
My morality, if you're 18 years old, then yes, you are a legal adult and you should be able to make your own decisions, whether it's with a 40-year-old, 60-year-old, 70-year-old. If you're a 6...
I do agree with her kind of on that. If you're 18 years old, you have the legal right to mess around with whoever you want to. But if you date somebody who are 60 years old, I'm gonna judge you. I'm gonna be like, oh, that's creepy. I'm not gonna stop you. You guys have every right to be together, but I mean, to me, that's a bit weird. That is. I mean, you know, that's your lifestyle. Do what you want to. Don't care. But nah. Too old. Too young.
Year-old, no, you do not have the ability to make those kinds of decisions.
Okay, what about 17? One age below 18. Let's do 17 and 45.
No.
Okay, so love does have an age.
It does have an age when you're well, yes.
Okay, this is the thing is, I want to say, love, if it's sexualized, yes, has a fucking age. That's why we have laws. Okay? If it's just love, like you love somebody, like you care for them and you worry about them and, you know, you're close friends with them, it doesn't have to be sexualized. You know what I'm saying? If I have a son or a daughter who's 2 or 3 years old, I love them, but it doesn't mean it's sexual. That's pretty sick if that was the case. But let's go on.
Okay.
You didn't define what love is.
Exactly!
How can we define what love is?
Exactly.
Exactly! See, this guy knows what he's talking about. There you go.
Can 17-year-olds love?
Yes. As long as there's not sex involved with a minor.
Or do you think a 45-year-old is going to date a 17-year-old without any of those other
Okay, you're doing hyperbolic kind of bullcrap. Okay, I have a question to you, Kaitlin, on this right here, okay? What happened the father loves his daughter, not in a sexual way, and he's about 47 years old, and the daughter's 17? Or a uncle or a family friend. So, I mean, there's a lot into it. Yes, you shouldn't date somebody who is younger than you like that. That's pretty sick. I think pedophilia is kind of disgusting. I think hebephilia is pretty fucking disgusting. And, you know, like I said, there's a bit of a gray line between somebody who is 17 or 18, but you get my point. But, like I said, Kaitlin, you're misleading people, and you're spreading fake news just like CNN. Girl, do better than this. God. Look, I understand you don't want to debate me. Fine, great. But you're doing this. And I can see why you don't want to debate me, because it's so easy to debate people on the streets that you can cut clips out of context. That's what Punks from Progress did for me. He cut clips out of context to make me look stupid, but really I'll beat his ass in that fucking debate and whooped his ass. Reverend Aaron is too scared to debate me again because I whooped his ass. Not only that, he doxed my ass first, and then I had, like, right in the middle of the live stream, people message me on Facebook calling me a neo-Nazi. Clearly I'm not. I'm 1/4 Israeli. And of all things, and then he gets doxxed by somebody else and blames me for it. Motherfucker, you doxed me first, motherfucker. I had nothing to do with that shit. Some fucking person on the comments doxed him, and you know, and now I found out later on this guy was a registered sex offender. And Reverend Aaron, I think his IDs are stupid. I think a lot of his IDs are stupid. Do you think it was okay for him to get doxxed? No, but you know what? You reap what you sow, Reverend Aaron, because you doxed me, and you get doxed by somebody else. So that's your fault. I didn't do anything. I didn't do that. I'm sorry, you're not a very likable guy. You suck. You know? You do. You know, you're an authoritarian prick. You act like a fascist. I'm not being a fascist. I'm calling out both sides. I'm calling out both sides right here. So let's get on to this. I appreciate you guys watching my video. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing, guys. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I haven't talked to you guys for a long time. Promise to make more videos later on whenever I get any free time. And I want to do this video because, like I said, you know, I agree with a lot of her viewpoints, but this is being totally dishonest in this one segment, this one point. I think she should do a whole lot more better. And, you know, I don't agree with her viewpoints on pro-choice versus pro-life. I'm very pro-choice. She's pro-life. but yet she doesn't want to debate with a person who, himself a libertarian, a true libertarian, not these dumb whack job liberals, libtards and stuff like that. But I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out of here. You guys have a go. Watch my next video. Bye.